Hey everybody. So I really did not intend for this to be how I was going to start kind of the tarot portion of the channel. But because I was stimulated to just make the video kind of talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, how she really has nothing to apologize for, and having used cannabis before the Olympic trials, even though it was something she was not technically supposed to do, that's really just a ridiculous regulation rather than the fact that she did something morally or ethically inaccurate or improper. And so I wanted to put out that video, which stimulated me to put up the happy birthday video, which I made a long time ago. I wasn't sure if I was ever really going to put this through, but I think it's just time to kind of get started and let the chips fall where they may. So, Aries is the first sign. I really started my journey here with learning about astrology just kind of for fun. Used to think this stuff was totally ridiculous. I used to be actually a really conservative kid and whatever. I thought religion was ridiculous, and I wish that I could believe in something, but my rational mind, as you'll see from the happy birthday video, just couldn't stand up to that. And then it's really interesting because the way that I found the spirit is through something that was not religious, and because I don't think it would have ever worked from just one religion, but I've now kind of developed this interest in sort of understanding different religions and seeing if there's a way that we can kind of breach this gap between different ideas, because really at the end of the day I think that we're all saying the same thing. There's a Rumi poem called One Song that I think is really beautiful, but essentially there's one source and one light, and it's going to look differently shadowed on different kinds of walls. So I don't want any of these videos to be kind of too long, so I'm just going to kind of get into this. But Aries is the first sign, and Sha'Carri Richardson is actually an Aries, and something came up just recently with some people who I know. It was an Aries moon, and people were feeling like really feisty about stuff. And these are people who I really love, and I know have like good hearts. And I certainly know that I think I have a good heart, but certainly I do things not totally correctly all the time. These cards popped out. I feel like the intention was known, so this is just kind of how I'm going to do my tarot stuff. So let's see. So one. And so Aries is the first sign, so let's start with Aries and make this a really simple reading. So I like a Celtic cross. It gives some good framing to everything, and let's see how that goes. So I'm going to do basic, and honestly, I don't even have my other cards with me. Hold on, I'm going to get that one actually. 1 second. 3, 4, 5. That's where we stopped. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even think I can pause this without making another video because I don't want to do edits. So hold on 1 second. Get it up. Really just going to be doing these from my couch because I know that I'm not going to go into like my little space there and do this stuff. So I'm doing a really simple Celtic cross for Aries. And if there's anything big that needs to be clarified, then we'll do some of that. And I'll also pull some tarot cards and a Rumi card and a Prism card. Okay, so Sha'Carri Richardson is an Aries, and this is the first sign anyway, so I might as well start this way. So, Aries, for right now, whatever this time is, whenever it is that you come to this reading. So we have present, challenge, past, future, and in the future, maybe I'll have it so you guys can actually see the cards, but right now I'm kind of just in pajamas. So, what's above, what's below, advice, energy surrounding you right now, hopes and fears really, and then the outcome. So these are really general readings. If it doesn't resonate with you, then this reading isn't for you. This is all meant for entertainment purposes and for fun. This is also my first tarot video, and so people learn this kind of stuff over time, and really this is just for fun. there will be things where I talk about, maybe medicine and things like that in the future, or events, and how I'm seeing it kind of tied with like the astrological archetype of mostly the sun season, and where the moon is and what phase it's in, and other placements of the planets and such. But for now, let's just do like a tarot thing. So this is for Aries. So in the present, there is the Two of Pentacles. So really kind of doing a good job like balancing things, not feeling overwhelmed by that balancing, but really prioritizing. Like you got things going on, but you're really kind of working to prioritize that. Challenge right now is the Seven of Cups. So thinking that maybe it's kind of time to walk away from something. This can be a person, a situation, a job, a thought, an ideology, a behavior, but in the present moment, kind of working to prioritize things. But your challenge is the Eight of Cups, which is feeling like there's something in your life that you need to walk away from. In the past, there's the Nine of Cups, which is kind of almost to the Ten of Cups, which is kind of this abundance of love. But the Nine of Cups is kind of just like is feeling good, but not kind of feeling like you're in that place where you're like not quite to the Ten of Cups yet, and you want to get there. But there's this person just kind of sitting in front of the Nine of Cups here, not necessarily looking super happy about stuff, but almost getting to the Ten of Cups and just being glad that they are where they are, but not necessarily feeling kind of any ecstatic way about it, but kind of moving towards love and creativity. And so that's in the past. And then in the future, there's actually the Four of Wands in the reverse. And so the Four of Wands in the upright is usually about like celebration and fun and home. But maybe like right now kind of feeling like, and this isn't to predict the future, it's just to kind of say what is the potential, and knowing what could be a message here now, if it resonates for you, what could be coming up in the next. And so in the future is kind of feeling like, not necessarily feeling like you're having that sense of celebration, not necessarily feeling like you're having that sense of home. So it kind of ties up well with feeling like you need to walk away from something. But again, I love the present energy of kind of balancing around your priorities. But you're walking away from something. The challenge is, maybe needing to walk away from something with the Eight of Cups, and in the past you have the Nine of Cups, and then, the Four of Wands in the reverse. So it's kind of this, sitting energy, not necessarily moving anywhere. Nothing is, hugely problematic. I don't even see any major arcana cards to say that, these are fleeting circumstances with the minor arcana versus the major arcana. So the present moment is just balancing stuff, and being in an okay spot, but kind of seeing the future right now as not necessarily being celebratory. And if you're thinking walking away from something, that can be like a stressful situation. So what's above right now is the Moon. So this is a major arcana card. So kind of what you're dealing with, and like the more obvious parts of your life out in the world when you go out and interact with people, is kind of this maybe some hidden stuff going on, some anxieties and fears that you're feeling, which I think makes sense for these other cards that we're saying. But this is kind of what other people are seeing about you right now, is feeling kind of like fear and anxiety about what's going on. But this is sort of like a major arcana card, so something that you're feeling is, a significant, this is a significant spiritually, divinely guided kind of energy going on. But what's going on below is, the Nine of Pentacles, which is really sort of like abundance. Again, not quite to the Ten of Pentacles yet, but below you're really feeling like very abundant. And it's interesting to see kind of what's going on in the present, past, future energy, what's above. But like below, like you're doing really, really great. Nine of Pentacles is like fertility and abundance and success, and and making your life happen and being abundant. So like what's going on below in your like subconscious is this really positive energy. So always good to kind of remember that as above, down below, but also sometimes as above, it's a little bit different than what's below as well. So, your advice right now is forgiveness, which I think is so beautiful. So the Five of Cups in the reverse. In the upright, the Five of Cups can kind of be like, feeling really sad about these couple of spilled cups, but not realizing that you have some full cups behind you, not realizing that there's a bridge over to this kind of happy place. But in the reverse, it's kind of, moving on, forgiving yourself. That's really kind of the advice here. Oh my gosh, energy surrounding you. So the energy surrounding you right now is the Knight of Swords. So it's really moving forward with energy kind of divinely supported by the universe with a new ideas, new forms of communication. Swords are the air, and knights are, the card of kind of like moving forward with a gusto, and having that energy be supported. So moving forward with a new idea, or way to express ideas, and communicating, and being supported in that, not having it be like a brash way that it would be in the reverse, but kind of in the upright there. So the energy surrounding you is to move forward with truth, move forward with like the truth that is true, and with passion about it. Your both hopes and fears are the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So in the upright, the Six of Pentacles is about kind of like sharing and giving, but a hope and a fear right now is kind of, feeling like that you maybe need to give to yourself, and like kind of what that means for you. So maybe not really feeling like you're in that as much of like a giving and sharing energy as you have been in the past, which I think makes sense with this kind of anxiety that you're feeling, and kind of like sitting with these Nine of Cups recently, not feeling like you have this celebration coming up in the future. And that doesn't mean that there's not celebration to be coming, but these energies can be, just what you're feeling right now or the very recent future, depending on if you didn't have information like this. But really, giving to yourself more than necessarily giving to other people. Maybe you've been giving, enough to other people for now. And you're needing to work on something that's a little bit more personal, and doesn't really have anything to do as much with other people for now. And so the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is kind of like giving to yourself, and needing to take the time to do that, and that's also okay. And then the outcome of all of this is, with the current energies that are going on right now, which doesn't look like, a highly celebratory energy, but like I like to say all the time that life is a poem, but it's not, not all poems are like beautiful or happy or exciting, or, there's all kinds of poems, and our lives shift and things are cyclical and we keep moving and there's waves and we're up and we're down. Not everything is going to be this positive energy all the time, and it's not really supposed to be, because we have lessons here to learn, and that's why we're here. So the Seven of Cups in the reverse is kind of just like having a lot of options, but really kind of feeling really overwhelmed by all of the options that you have moving forward. And so, this feeling of overwhelm is just like there's a lot going on and you're not necessarily sure what kind of decision or what to do right now. And I think that really makes sense with like the future energy feeling now with the Four of Wands in the reverse. It seems overall like it's just, there's fear and anxiety going on. There's sort of like an idea to walk away from. People, I'll often think like if you're walking away from something, it's like a person or something you love. It's like the Eight of Cups, the challenge right now. It doesn't always have to be about something as obvious as that. It could just be kind of like a mindset that you have about things. And there's anxiety and fear going on here for sure. But like really, the advice is to forgive yourself and realize that, there are a couple spilled cups, but, there are these other cups in this bridge to get over to this happier place as well. And if you don't remember that, because you get blinded by the cups that are, spilled, then you forget that self-forgiveness is part of what this journey is really about. And so you're the Nine of Pentacles. Like the subconscious is kind of like who you are down below is the Nine of Pentacles, just abundant and fertile, with opportunity, and with abundance comes in all forms, and it can be, very material with the Pentacles, but it can also be so much more. But you also need to take some time right now to, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which is to, give that giving to yourself. Maybe you've been giving a lot to other people, and so you're just like, sometimes the world and the universe just says like, okay, hold on a minute, like maybe it's time to like think and breathe and consider your next steps instead of just, going forward with all of it right now. So I think that this is, just keeping it moving, and a beautiful spirit. Forgive yourself. And the energy surrounding you is truth. Moving forward with a passionate truth. You know what your truth is, and so move forward with that. Okay. I'm going to pull a color card. I like these color prism cards that I got recently. So it can put some clarifying stuff. You're feeling anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot going on right now, but that's just right now. And so remembering that happens, and that's okay, and that's normal. And so strength, disruption, and ideation came out, which is beautiful, because this is kind of what strength, ideation, and disruption. Ideation, which is that Knight of Swords, which is the energy surrounding you. Disruption, which is really feeling this anxiety and this, feeling like you need to walk away from something and needing to forgive yourself, and feeling like you don't have this celebration right up around the corner because something's obviously been going on. So that sense of disruption. And strength, which you have here. You are this Nine of Pentacles, and just a reminder to be strong, because the Knight is passionate, and the Knight is strong. And so, remembering that strength. And so I want to just read out these cards more specifically, because I don't know this deck super well. And I think it can be good to do anyway. So it goes by color, which is really beautiful. Okay, so red is strength. This card refers to mental and emotional strength, not just physical strength. It's about finding the inner strength to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and move through difficult times, which it looks like is going on here. This card is a call to dig deep into yourself and tap into the parts that are strong and courageous, even when you might not feel that way. You'll discover that you hold the strength to overcome whatever you are going through right now, which is obvious because you're the Nine of Pentacles here in the subconscious. Then we have ideation. Is that orange? I know I'm not colorblind. I just recently tested myself. Where is ideation? Oh, this is why it's good to edit, but I just do not have the energy to do editing for videos. Ideation. New ideas, moving forward with that Knight of Swords. This looks orange to me. Pink. Let's do disruption while I can find that. Okay, so the disruption, which is obviously... Okay, I guess this orangey color is supposed to be in the pink category, and it's right next to disruption here in the book too, which is interesting. So disruption, like this shocking pink color, this, which reminds me of Sha'Carri Richardson's hair right now, or when it was orange for the race. It represents intensity, innovation, and non-conformity. It's a catalyst for releasing fear. This moon, the fear and anxiety in the above. It's a catalyst to releasing fear in order to make bold and courageous moves. What is stagnant in your life that needs to change? What do you need to walk away from? The challenge with the Eight of Cups. How can you shake things up a bit? How can you continuously innovate your life in unexpected and productive ways? So this is not like a standstill and a loss. This is, continuing to move forward. What can you do that's new? Moving forward with new ideas, new ways of communicating what you know is your truth. And ideation. This card is about the growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative endeavors. Focusing on the self with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This moment is just for you and your project. Oh, it's so beautiful. This stuff really comes together. It's very cool. Let your ideas grow. Knight of Swords. Let your ideas grow. This is just a moment for you. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, giving to yourself. Let your ideas grow while you nurture and care for them. Enjoy this special time. So this is just a time. Gotta get used to this card flipping. This is my first video. So, enjoy this sometimes special times, important times in our lives aren't the ones that feel special. And isn't that the truth? And so, you're strong. You have new ideas, and like keep doing you, because disruption is really how we grow. And so, just a couple of tea leaf cards. I really like to use this stuff to frame. Just gonna pull these ones. Okay. Anything else to help frame this reading? Just a couple of cards. Anything else to help frame this reading for Aries? Anything else to help frame this reading? Maybe like 3 cards. Oh, thank you. 3 exactly. Okay. So Aries, yet crib, birth, or conception of a child or an enterprise. So new ideas. Or truly, birth or conception of like a real child, but also thinking back to your birth or conception, but something new is going on here. Bow, you are highly thought of. And crown, honor and respect will come to you. So, whatever is going on here, like you are the 9 of Pentacles, like in the subconscious, that's who you are. This on the above, this fear and anxiety is what's going on right now for sure. But like you are not that fear and anxiety. Got a lot going on, but you're really working to prioritize and do what you need to do. It's not about if challenges come, it's what we're going to do with those challenges, and you're forgiving yourself, and you're moving forward with new ideas, and you're giving to yourself, and you're feeling overwhelmed, but there's hope here, and you're the 9 of Pentacles. So crown, honor, and respect will come to you through all of this. There's some challenges here, but this is a growth opportunity. There's growth going on here. And then just one more, the Rumi card, because I really love this. Is just like one way to frame everything. And I'm getting my tarot stuff together, but this is this is what it is, and the product usually ends up all right, and the spirits are with us. So just one card, please, whatever I can see first for the Rumi card deck for Aries to help kind of frame this reading and to move it forward. There she's at. Okay. Not surprised. So got Blood Angel, number 7. Let's just read the cards for Blood Angel. Pumping, keeping it moving. You have to keep it moving. Our blood flow is, it's continuous, but it's dynamic, and our blood boils, and then it calms, and we have, laminar flow, and then if there's, an issue with our vessels, there's turbulent flow, and that can be fixed as well through medications and operations, but also through our breathing and through, there are turbulent times, and then you can go back to being a little bit, easier to deal with and a little more steady. So Blood Angel, in the midst of the darkness, a moon. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven, so, in the recent past, this 9 of cups, which is, this beautiful abundant energy, but not quite to the 10, kind of sitting on it. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon, as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. You're forgiving yourself. There's cups here. There's cups here. The 8 of cups, the 9 of cups, the 7 of cups, self-forgiveness, the 5 of cups. There's a lot of love here. And so just to read, the oracle of the Blood Angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as a growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, this Knight of Swords, or divine electricity circulating through the system. The Blood Angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables a soul to live more in its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, which can be a really uncomfortable experience. There are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in sunrises. The stress, sunsets this fits. This is about balance, which you're doing. Your present moment is you're balancing. You're, getting your priorities at 2 of Pentacles. This is about balance when opening up to receive more. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been empty it out to allow what's to allow for a new influx of energy. So, letting go of something so you can walking away from something. the cups are, the cups are spilled, but like you're tipping them back over. To allow for that new influx of energy. It is not about an exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning, being ready to endure the sunset and the night, to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life is your divine task now. And there's a lot more here, but I think that's the most important thing. So, there's some anxiety and fear and feeling overwhelmed about stuff, but it's like you release the old so that you can get back some new. So thank you, Aries. If this, didn't resonate with you, please don't take this message to heart in any way. This is all for entertainment purposes, and, many blessings. Bye-bye.